and happy Fandom Friday. So today we are unboxing Schooled. And the one thing they advertised was Xmen. So I've got my blue on, I've got my Stormwig, and we're good to go. I don't know if it's Storm, but let's just go with it. Alright, so as always guys, these are not sponsored, these are not paid for, these are not sent for free. This is just my stuff that I bought with my own money that I want to share with you guys, just so you can see this cool stuff and maybe consider getting Loot Crate for yourself. The other thing is to look online. You can probably find single items if you're not interested in finding the whole crate. You can always help looters out by buying stuff on eBay to help them recoup some of the money they spent on this. Now, I don't personally do it, but I have found them a lot on eBay. So there is that. Now, Schooled was September 2019's crate. It is super cool. We are almost up to date. We are still waiting for Legend in August, which I have shipping information for. And we are still waiting for Chill, which was December. So we are almost complete for the year of 2019, which is super excited considering how far behind we were. And let's shout out to Loot Crate for getting all of our stuff as close to the end of the year as possible, given all the harangue that happened. Now, if you want to be surprised and you haven't gotten your crate yet, turn me off, come back later, and you'll see if you got what I got, because as always, Loot Crate doesn't send out the same thing to everybody. So there might be some that you got one where I got the other. So it's always fun to check, because then you know what to find later on eBay. Let's see. And as always, I did open these just to make sure that I didn't have too much packaging, and just to look around, because I have to figure out what fandoms they are sometimes. Let's see. Schooled was Riverdale, Xmen. Riverdale, Xmen. What was the other one? Oh, and Napoleon Dynamite. That's right. Sorry, guys. It's been a little while since I did the other video. So this wasn't one that I was super excited about. Some of these fandoms were just not real me. I was kind of intrigued, but it wasn't like it felt like it was one of those boxes that they put together quickly that was stuff they could find easily, or to reuse stuff where they were trying to get restarted. Because this was the first crate that happened after they announced the bankruptcy. So it was just kind of like, September, school's in, okay, fine. So it is that. It was also several fandoms that I just am not real involved in. This is going to lose me so many people, but I did not enjoy Napoleon Dynamite. It was just kind of there. My husband, who lived in the U.S. his entire life, adores that movie. So it might just be because I am a third culture kid and moved around a lot. I don't have that experience, and that happens with a lot of fandoms. If you don't have the experience, it's not real involved. So there's that. I have not got involved in Riverdale yet. I don't really do spooky, so that is also kind of one of those ones that I haven't really been involved in yet. So there is that. The last one was Xmen, and Xmen I have been fully involved in for a number of years. So that one I was kind of excited just to see what they would do. So, without further ado, we are going to open the crate. Ta-da! So, let's see. And as with the Deadish crate, they just put out a little card telling you to go online and check out what your stuff is and what the other stuff could have been. So, they haven't been sending out full pamphlets or leaflets like they used to do. I'm wondering if that is going to change, or if this is a new thing that's happening with the new Loot Crate. If it is, and that's kind of cool. You're just going to have to be careful when you go online. Otherwise, it's less stuff to waste, right? Okay, let's see. Our first thing is a Jughead little plush keychain thingy. And actually, here's the thing. I say that I don't like, or at least I haven't got involved in the Riverdale. I have seen a lot of Southside Serpent stuff, so this kind of clears things up for me. So I understand that Riverdale is kind of a retelling of the Archie comics from the 70s. So that's kind of intriguing. But he is, of course, a Loot Crate exclusive. I don't know if he's the only one. So if you got something other than Jughead, let me know in the comments. I'm just intrigued to see what else had come. So he is just super cute. And he is a funky. There we go. He seems kind of cranky considering what I remember Jughead just being kind of silly. So they must have redone something in the movie, or the TV show, excuse me. All right, the next thing we have is a tube, which my daughter would be excited, but I am not. So let's see what's in this tube. Okay, And this one I was super excited because this is not a fandom that was listed, but is a fandom that I'm super excited about. It's a Sunnydale pendant from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I have been a Buffy fan for a very long time. I actually started rewatching it recently and realized how high school it really is. I remember watching it at that age and being super excited, and she is just so cool and so adult, and now I'm looking back going, child, you're stupid. So, it is what it is. But it is just super fun. It is kind of also amusing that they've spattered it with blood, which probably did happen in Sunnydale, let's be honest. So that's going to have to go on the wall at some point. Let's see what's next. The next thing I have is a Napoleon Dynamite. Holy smokes. Composition book. I am so sorry. My brain is just completely fried. And I said that I opened all the packaging. I lied. I'm terribly sorry. I thought I did more than this. So let's open this up. I think it's not a real composition book because clearly it's all paper. But it literally is just a composition notebook. It does have some of his drawings in the beginning and at the end. So that's cool. Or as he would say, flip and sweep. So it's just an empty notebook. It is super cool. It is something that actually could be used for school, which is a little late now that considering we got it in like October or late November. So there is that. Okay, what do I have? I have a Gremlins poster. Was Gremlins on that list too? It must have been. So there's an old Gremlins poster in 4K Ultra HD. Oh, you can scan for more. I don't know if I have the ability to do that, so that is super cool. But it's just a nice handy poster of the Gremlins being ridiculous, which is pretty much all Gremlins was. Okay, so the last thing that is not the pin is, of course, our t-shirt, which is, of course, Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. And I'm kind of intrigued by this white spot. I don't know if it's reflective or if it's something that has to do with, like, black light. So that is super cool. I did see someone commented that this t-shirt seems super flimsy. Now, I wouldn't say it was flimsy. It's definitely got a washed feel to it. So it's one of those, like, softer than average t-shirts. So, like, it feels like it's been worn a few times, which is nice. I actually would rather that than the fresh t-shirts that are sort of crispy and crunchy. Because, like, this one you might actually use. Because it's soft and is easier to wear. So there is that one. If you've watched any of the TV shows, they do actually wear these t-shirts, which I think is super funny. So that is super cool. Some of you long-time viewers will notice I have not said anything about what these things are worth. Because I forgot. So, t-shirts, as always, are usually about $20. That is what I can find them for. Fandom t-shirts aren't cheap, so that is what it is. The Napoleon Dynamite book is probably only about $5 or $10. It's not super expensive. It does have the reproductions, which makes it a little bit higher and more fandom-y, but it's not, it's not an expensive thing. The Sunnydale Pendant probably is $10 to $15. That is probably what you would find them for if you were trying to find them. So that is super cool. And of course, our little dude is probably about $15. I don't know if I'd go much higher. He's not real big, so there is that. I'm not rating the poster because honestly, it's a half poster. It's not a full poster, and it's one of those things that I would probably come out if you went to the movie theaters. I've been to movie theaters where they give you out those kind of half poster size ones, so I'm not going to go. It's a cool extra, but I don't know if it's actually worth much. Okay, our last item is, of course, our pin, which is the Vote for Pedro shirt. I do know what that is. That is super cute, actually. So there is that, and that is just fun. Pins are usually about $10, because $10 to $15. That is about what they sell for online. Which brings us to $45, if my math isn't too bad. If we get at least, you need 4 items that are $10, and the t-shirt alone is $20. So they have achieved it. The last thing is our inside of the crate, and of course it is something, so I will be right back. Alright, you guys, again, it wasn't a real craft, it was just turning the crate around, but it is a cute little locker. You can see the Southside Serpent, there's a drawing, there's the loot crate thing, things. Someone's playing tic-tac-toe. There's, of course, the crocodile from everything. And there's just fun little things that are just clearly what teenagers do to lockers. So there is that. It is super cute. Alrighty, guys. That is everything from Schooled, which was September 2019. What was your favorite piece? I have to say my favorite was the pendant. I didn't see it coming, and it was super cool. I also like the Xavier T-shirt. That is something I probably will wear. So that is very cool. Let me know what your favorite item was down in the comments. I do love talking to y'all. If you have any questions, let me know. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell so you know when our next video is coming out. And I will see you guys next Fandom Friday. Bye!